Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you everyone who's been subscribing and commenting and booking readings and supporting my channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and welcome newcomers. And if you haven't subscribed, you may want to do so. This way you'll get email notifications from YouTube. I do not get your email and I will not solicit you, but at least you'll know when the new videos are up. This video that I'm doing now is for our new moon solar eclipse in Virgo at 9 degrees on September 1st, 2016. The last time we had this eclipse at 9 degrees in Virgo was 19 years ago in September of 97. So if you were around at that time, you know, what was happening in your life back then, and what was showing up, you know, now again like then. And if you can remember, how did you deal with it then? You know, maybe that's what you're reviewing and going back to now. You know, right now, there's a lot of uncertainty going on in everyone's lives. They are feeling vacillated again. We're going to have that beautiful T-square hitting us. So it's confusion, anxiety, nervousness, and that's very Virgoan. You know, on the shadow side, worrying, nervous, doubt. And right now, you don't want to make any decisions. You know, like I always tell my children, don't make a decision when you're angry or hungry or tired or not feeling good, anxiety. That's not a good time. Just wait till this passes, okay? If you can wait like after September 30th to make any decisions or choices. You know, this is that Pisces Virgo polarity that's going on right now with the North nodes, okay? So that's what we're experiencing right now. Virgo wants us to be analytical, perfectionist, really think things through, long-term planning, discerning what's best for us in the higher vibration, you know, without the worrying and doubt and fear and all those things. But with that North Node in Virgo, we also want to assimilate the Piscean energy in the South Node, integrating your inner divinity, okay, your psychic abilities, your inner knowing, you know, you want to develop those too. That's what we want to do. These eclipses occur in these signs, you know, to promote your soul's evolution, you know, in a healthy way, and for you to explore things in yourself. So every year and a half to 2 years, they move through the sign. And this year, we're going with that Virgo-Pisces polarity, and that's why we're having the eclipses in them too. And remember that the eclipses kind of accelerate your growth and your change. And with the new moon, we always plant seeds. You know, it's time to initiate change in action. Well, with the eclipse, it's really accelerating the growth of the seeds that we plant. Okay, so remember, don't cut your hair on a new moon. Don't try to dye it. You know, the water tables are changing. You know, you could even look at the almanac. It tells you when to plant, but it's not a time for growth. It's a time to rest your body. It's a critical time for your body. So for the 48 hours before, you want to just rest, try and chill. And I'm feeling like even the first week of September, a lot of people just need to chill and relax. Okay, and then you'll get your momentum going again. And to set your intentions, by the way, it's going to be a little different. I will post this in the notes. But you want to start your intentions after the energy of this solar eclipse new moon has passed. So you're looking at 5:03 in the morning, September 3rd, through 8:30 p.m. September 4th, or when you can set your intentions to plant the seeds in very Virgoan style, okay, about your health, most definitely, service to others, how you can help other people. How you can help yourself take care of your own body. You know, long-term planning of things, being grounded, okay? So we're looking at that, but integrating also with the Pisces energy of trusting your inner knowing, compassion, forgiveness, everyone coming together in some harmony. And it is a very creative time too. It definitely evokes our artists, musicians, poets to tap into that Piscean creative energy, you know, the most mystical of the signs here. Okay, well, I did the fairy oracle reading because this is more intense energy with an eclipse as usual. Okay, we have the sun and moon on the same page because if it is a new moon, but then we have that earth energy kind of blocking the light there. So that's what happens too with the eclipse. It does that. It obscures the clarity of the things that you want to see, what's going forward, all right? Vision forward is blocked. So be in the now. Right now, where do you see yourself right now? What's going on right now in your life? And how does the now relate to what's past in your life? Like looking back at those 19 years when you had this happen before. What can you do now, right now, to change the present? Right now, what can you change? And that'll help you take quantum leaps forward from the old into the new. You know, and I read something the other day that I think fits this poetically, and it's saying, Erwin Corey said it, if we don't change our direction soon, we'll end up where we're going. Very profound. So if you keep doing what you're doing every day, the same thing, like that insanity thing, you do the same thing over and over again every day and expect different results, that's insanity. So if you keep doing what you're doing and don't change the direction of what you're doing or energy, you're going to end up where you're going right now. And if you don't want to go where you're going right now, you need to start to change that energy right now. But anyway, on with this spread, because this is some interesting cards I haven't even gotten before. So I'm going to really look at the intuiting these and give you a little bit of help from the Oracle book too. First of all, what do I want? And we have the secret path here. And this is number 44. So it's 2 4s is an 8. So we're definitely saying we're going to move forward quickly. We're looking for some courage here and building on our strength. And it says, an irresistible pull down a distinct path, ley lines, mystical traditions. Now we see our fairy here, and again, this is male, female energy, it doesn't matter. But it's saying, you know, you as this ethereal being, okay, you're looking for some insight. You're looking to go forward. And this is very lush. It's kind of a little dark and mysterious, but yet the sun is there. So it's a mixture of scary and beautiful, you know, enticing and maybe foreboding at the same time. So we're looking at this and we're saying, okay, what do I want? You definitely want a secret to the path in life. It looks like all of us would say, if we had the answer, it wouldn't be so difficult. Then I'd know exactly where I'm going. And we're saying right now, a lot of us are not really going in the right direction to where we should be. And we're not going to be winding up in the best place for us. So we need to make some adjustments. But it does talk about here meditation, building a stronger foundation for yourself, trusting in yourself to go forward. If we all had the answer, it would make it too easy and it wouldn't be interesting. Like I say, the path that we take sometimes that seems like a wrong path is really the best path, because it brought us into a place where we meet so many different people, different experiences that we never would have had before. But let's stick to the question in the spread is saying, what do I want? You look like you're looking for the answers here. You're looking for a way to the means. You're looking to find out exactly what to do to get you to where you want to be. So for now, maybe you can trust in grounding yourself with this Virgo energy. I love this forest look here. Maybe it's a good time because that energy is so scattered with Virgo. So many of us experience that nervousness, that fear, that worry, that doubt. Grounding yourself. And it is very true scientifically, they say, when you take off your shoes and you walk barefoot in the grass, in the dirt, in the sand, the energy from the earth, the electrons from the earth, the EMGs, do penetrate your energy field, your physical vessel in your body, and charge you, just like the sun does. It nurtures you and recharges your battery. Maybe going outside into nature right now and getting grounded, or whatever you use to ground yourself, will help you. Some meditation, some quiet time, even just 5 minutes a day. And when you're sitting there and still and you notice your heartbeat has slowed down and you're not really thinking of anything else because all those thoughts have raced through your head, that is when you compose your question to spirit, to source, your higher self, and ask, what do I do now? Or what is best for me? Whatever your question is. And the first thought that comes to you, that inspired thought, is the answer. Even if it seems a little wacky to you, trust in yourself, your higher self and spirit, that's the way to get to the means. And oftentimes when you trust yourself and you surrender to what you're truly feeling pulled to and aligned to, that vulnerability, that's the most magical of times, because everything just falls into place. So I'm going to say we all want everything to fall into place, but we need to ground ourselves first and trust in our own intuition with that whole Piscean energy, that it will lead us to the right path. And then we have here, what do I do to get it? We've had this before, the littlest fairy, number 20. And that's a 2. So that is about partnering or taking ideas from the initiation and going forward to the next step. And it says here, appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and the small. Now you see she sits on her toadstool there, like guarding it, watching out for it. She doesn't care how big or small she is or the toadstool is. She's very content, very happy there. You know, all the pink colors around would say that she's got a very happy, calm energy going on right now with her. But for us, what do you do to get this kind of energy? It's saying to appreciate things in your life. This card is definitely about gratitude. We're talking here that we need to be grateful for everything in our lives. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Everything has a purpose. Even if you look at yourself as not being good enough, this is where your detriment is. You need to start to love yourself. In the big picture of the world, you say, well, I'm nothing. Well, you are something. You are a part of it. And without you, it wouldn't be the same. You are the thread in the cloth in this universe. We all are. And all together, we make everything that exists in the universe. Our energy is part of. So right now, it's time to appreciate everything big and small, little blessings that you get. Let's say you get a raise, but it's not as much as you want. Well, it's better than you didn't have it. I always say a piece of the pie is better than no pie at all. And for many of us, we're looking for something so much more, something bigger. We always want more. But sometimes you need to appreciate the little things. You know, a hug from a loved one or a kiss on the forehead, you know, a stroke of the hair, a smile, you know, someone opening a door for you, someone doing something nice for you, doing those things for someone else. Those little things, and you're grateful for, okay, will help propel you to get to what you want. Being grateful, that attitude of gratitude. So be grateful for the little things in life to help propel you forward for all the things that you do want in your life. Then we have what's blocking us. Okay, we have fairy tales, letting go, detachment, and moving on, number 19. Okay, that's the Prince of Heaven, number 2. 1 and 9 is 10, so we know something new has to begin here. So something must end. Now this looks a bit foreboding, doesn't it? It looks like she's just leaving him there to sink in the mud. And he's going to just, you know, go under or perish, or he's stuck until someone else comes along. And it's fairy tales. Very Piscean, everyone. Fairy tales. Okay, so these are fantasies, illusions, delusions, things we create with our mind. They may be true, they may not be true. With this card, we're talking about, you know, it seems like things are kind of bleak around her and dark. The season is changing. But she's detaching herself from this individual. Now, this could be something very metaphoric, but it could also be for you to detach yourself from an individual that you've outgrown or doesn't serve your higher purpose or has been restrictive or blocking. We're talking about what's blocking you, this person. Or if it's a job or career, a project you've been working on for a long time and not going anywhere, maybe it's time for you to just abandon it for now. You could go back to it another time, or maybe just scrap it and start all over again. If it's something you've been doing with your health and you've been kidding yourself saying, oh yeah, I can lose this weight even though I'm eating those carbs. And you know you can't. You need to exercise. You know, those are the things we're talking about here. But with this card here, we're saying it's time to start something new. If it is a relationship, it is time for that new relationship, or it's time to just end this relationship that you're in. Maybe this person has not been serving you to the highest value of what you're worth and what you deserve. And remember, the way you treat yourself and you surrender yourself to situations or people or things is how they're going to treat you. So where have you maybe surrendered your power here? Okay, you have to remember, how do you want people to treat you? Have you thought about that? How you feel, how are you worth? Or have you surrendered that or given your power away? You know, it's never too late to change that, so you can change that. Remember, with these eclipses, it goes out 5.5 months. It's time for you to start a new life here. Plant new seeds. How about thinking about how you think of yourself? How about thinking about how you let other people treat you, talk to you? Or whatever this is in your life, how about you reassess your relationship with whatever this thing is? Whether it's material, physical, spiritual, emotional. Think it through. Is there some kind of delusion going on here, some fairy tale, some fantasy you're convincing yourself of that, oh, it's perfect, it's going to be fine. And maybe this person is really just trying to pull you down in the bog and the mud with them. And maybe it's time for you to just walk away from whatever this person, place, thing, or situation is, because otherwise it is draining you of your energy. It is dragging you down into the mud, and it will eventually smother you that you can't even breathe. So at the moment, think about this situation and what its value is. How is it serving you, or you serving it? And when you feel that you can't any longer go on with this situation, it's time to just cut yourself free. Okay, you're the one who can rescue yourself. You're the only person, you're the rescue squad, okay? You can rescue yourself. Instead of being like that suicide squad, get out of this situation, whatever it is that's not serving you, and free yourself. And then here we end up with this beautiful card of what advice Spirit gives us is Catch Me, number 13. And it's trust, surrender, leap of faith into the unknown. And here when we look at this card, we see that you're standing there, okay, number 13, okay, that is a master number too, a magical number, and 1 and 3 is 4, it's completion. We do see again here too, as this cloudy sky and gray doom, now it's become somewhat tumultuous, like a storm is brewing here. But we see that, well, she has no wings. But yet, she's fearless here. She's taking that leap of faith. It's kind of like the Fool card in the tarot. And this is saying, trust, surrender, leap of faith into the unknown. Catch me. And she's taking that leap of faith, and she doesn't care what the energy around her is saying. She doesn't care that, it's maybe clamoring. Maybe people around you are telling you, don't do it, or you should do this, you should do that. But meanwhile, you don't feel aligned with that. And you see how like her chest forward, arms out, she's being pulled, she's surrendering. She's taking that leap of faith. She's jumping into the unknown and saying, catch me. She's letting all future prosperity, all future possibilities be there to catch her. Because staying in this situation, she would only, or you would only drown or be smothered or controlled and not free. Where this card is saying, I'm setting myself free. I'm taking off. I'm getting away from it. It's time to take that chance. Even if you have naysayers around you saying, don't do it. But it's time for now. If someone's telling you to do something and you don't want to do it. So even if it's here, you leaving someone or a thing or whatever, if they're telling you what to do what you feel is best for you. Maybe it's time for you to start a new relationship, or don't have a relationship for a while. Leaving that safe job, making a move to a new home or a new country, changing your school, changing your diet, not buying that house, or whatever is going on in your life, as this is a general reading. What someone would say is a risk, a crazy risk, this is something you feel totally pulled to do for your own sanity, or else you're going to just smother and drown. And there are times in your life, well, most of us need to listen to that inner voice. And again, that's very Piscean energy. And also it's very Virgoan energy. To be responsible, long-term planning, discerning the truth, isolating what's going on emotionally here, and start to be analytical about what is going on in your situation. What is real? What is a fairy tale? Where has the wool been pulled over my eyes? Where have I been kidding myself? Where can I set myself free? And even if it isn't a converse where it's something you're afraid to go ahead and do, with a new relationship or a new project, this is saying right now, just wait until after September 30th, when this energy has passed with this eclipse. We are in eclipse season, so we will be having the lunar eclipse as well. I'll have a video up for that. But for right now, this is about you just taking some time to really think it through, like playing out like a chess game, being very analytical in your mind more than in your heart right now, to make good choices, or appropriate choices, I don't want to say good, for you. And sometimes it means taking baby steps, so waiting it out. And try and look at it as not as waiting, although it drives you crazy. saying these things are happening at this moment in my life that I don't need to make a decision right now. Right now is all that matters, just now. And the time for me to take that decision or leap of faith will happen when it's time. But for right now, just think things through before you make your move. And we do have Mercury going retrograde, and that does rule Virgo, and that is about thoughts and communications. So again, be very discerning. Really think things through. Miscommunications, misunderstandings, missed texts, emails, phone calls, clamoring in the waves when you're trying to talk. All these things occur during our Mercury retrograde. And with Uranus retrograde, which is all things shocking, surprising, electrical, who knows what else could go wrong with the way you're talking and hearing things or misunderstanding things. So give it some time, okay? The path will be revealed to you. Appreciate the little things, the things right now that you have in your life, okay? Review this thing that's going on in your life that maybe is bogging you down or weighing you down and isn't giving you the freedom you need to enjoy your life and be creative or have a good time. And then think about, even without wings, taking that leap of faith and flying and soaring to new heights. It's not like you're going to fall. Okay, you're still here. Think of all the times that you have had to walk away or take a leap of faith. And you're still here. So it's time. Okay, and give it the time that it takes. You'll figure it out, and Spirit will give you the answer. So I'm saying probably by the end of this September month, September 30th, you'll know. Things will be clear to you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you, Spirit. That was some very interesting and intense energy here. And as the eclipses do, they do block the light and the clarity sometimes from us, and our emotions start to take over. So right now, let's clear the illusion and delusion, see things as what they really are. Well, I hope this does give you some help, guidance, and peace, and thank you for watching. I will have the weekly video up as well soon, and then I will have our full moon lunar eclipse up to by the middle of the month. All right, thank you, everyone, and I always wish you the best.